Okay. Hello, I'm Wally Haas. I'm your host for Rockford on the Record. Before you do anything else, like our content, subscribe to our channel. We've got lots of good things coming today and in the future. Today's guest, Mary McNamara Bernstein.
Yes.
I got it right.
You got it.
Executive Director of the Rockford Arts Council. And Mary, I'm a big supporter of the arts. What's going on in the arts scene right now?
There's so much happening. We have really mobilized all of the arts groups in one way or another. Recently, we are planning a Rockford Region Cultural Plan with the help of the City of Rockford, the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's actually working out really well in alignment with the Bureau's master planning as well.
This cultural plan, as an average Rockford resident, what will I see?
Yes, so you're going to see some more intentional public art installments. Looking at each neighborhood and looking at what it needs sort of beyond the needs of pothole filling and replacement of stop signs and crosswalks and all of those important infrastructure pieces. You're going to see some beautification efforts, a plan for that so that we are not excluding certain wards or certain neighborhoods, that we are being really intentional with the pieces that we're installing, that they reflect the populations that they're placed in. So you'll see a public art strategy. You will see some asset mapping, and that's going to include, you know, it's really helpful for so many sectors. We spoke with the Chamber of Commerce, and they were telling us they had somebody call in that they've been working with who's a Korean executive, and he said, you know, could you tell me where the Koreans eat in Rockford? Where do they commune? Where do they find culture, and where do they live?
And where is that?
And the head of the chamber said, that is a great question. And she said, would this cultural plan and the asset mapping help with that? And I said, absolutely. And it's not just the asset mapping, the practical piece of it, but it's also recruitment and retainment of professionals in sectors across the board, from healthcare to education to business owners.
What's your favorite piece of public art?
Ooh, my favorite piece of public art. I'd have to say it's the Rockford Women's Suffrage Plaza.
Okay.
That's recently installed in 2020, marking the 100 years of suffrage. It's created by Susan Burton. It's down at 200 Y Boulevard, and we happen to be the custodians of it now as the Arts Council. And it's really spectacular. It highlights two women in our local history, Kate O'Connor, and then it has Dr. Constance Good, and then on the third side of the pillar it has young women who represent our future.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, you know, moving forward, is there a way for just the average Rockford resident to get involved in the plan, or?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, so the cultural plan, we have had several public input opportunities. We have one coming up July 7th, and you can register on our website. We like people to register because we do feed people dinner at this public input session, and everybody who we've talked to has just had such a great response. What they're really doing is connecting with people in the community that they've never met before. They are planning collaborative projects with each other, whether that's artists with artists or artists with organizations or other individuals in the community, neighborhoods are being represented. So we've had sector workshops, we've had personal interviews with leaders in the community, and then this public input session that we have coming up July 10th is at Veterans Memorial Hall, 6 to 8 on a Monday night. There's nothing else going on Monday nights, so you may as well attend the...
I think city council meetings go very quickly, and you can probably attend city council.
You could probably make both.
I think you could.
Yes, so that's true. Little elbow to the mayor there. So yes, you absolutely could make both. We have surveyed and interviewed leaders in the Black community, the Latino community, the Indian, Asian populations, indigenous populations, the education sector, the healthcare sector, the business sector. So we are a nonprofit sector. We are trying to create a platform where people have a voice no matter who they are, and create enough opportunities where even if you can't get to a public workshop, you can scan the QR code, get on our website and take a survey, which may seem a little redundant when you read the questions, but it's kind of coming at people in as many ways as we can think of to do, trying to get them to tell us, where do you find culture? Where do you commune? Why do you leave Rockford for entertainment? What are you going to see? What are you going to do? We've definitely found that the big piece for everyone who leaves has something to do with arts and culture. We are all going to see a concert. We are going to some fantastic museum. We are going to go to some biking event and stay there and explore that town and their murals and their public art offerings. So I think what we found is that there's a real theme to it.
So you've touched on a lot of important aspects of art in our community, connecting people and keeping people here.
Yeah.
What other important aspects are there?
I think for the Arts Council in particular, our mission is to support, promote, and develop access to the arts for everyone. That is the mission. And so what this cultural plan gives us insight to is, what do we need to provide in terms of resources and opportunities on our website and at our organization, at the agency itself. What does our staff need to know about our community? And then how can we better serve musicians, performance artists, theater goers, and theater makers?
What about comedians? You support comedians?
We do support comedians, absolutely. We've been sharing some West Side Showroom events, recently.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually moving into estheticians as well as culinary arts. So we're trying to ensure that all those voices, those creative voices who are our next entrepreneurs, our next creative problem solvers and leaders in the community, are coming from the creative sector.
Great. Creativity has many forms. Thank you very much, Mary.
My pleasure.
Molly Haas, this is it. That's it for this episode of Rockford on the Record. Thank you very much for watching.